Okay. So I think I shared some numbers with you before, that the numbers of women who are raped in the U.S. is very staggering. I don't know about the figures in Canada. So they say a woman is raped in the U.S. every 2 minutes, somewhere in the U.S. every 2 minutes. Most of the time, like 65% of the time, it is by someone that the lady knows. Like her brother-in-law, her father-in-law, sister, someone that the person knows. Why? Because they sit together in the house, mashallah, no hijab, shorts, tights, and all that stuff. So this is when the shaitan comes in. And if you put khamr in the equation, liquor and alcohol, khalas.
Sheikh,
Yes.
I think this video about the lady with the hijab.
Yeah.
She was wearing a very plain hijab, right?
Yeah.
But I remember, yesterday, my mom, she went out with her friend to Fresh Hook, and a Libyan guy came up to my mom and her friend and said, "You guys are beautiful." Muslim Libyan brother. I swear, and she swore. My dad got so angry.
He's just appreciating the ni'mah of Allah.
Shit, I don't care how even today's the hijab at Brock University, even the girls get harassed. Sometimes we sit in the MSA and they say how they get harassed. But I think it's because the hijab she's wearing though, it's very plain and it's black.
So, in some cases, the hijab is very attractive. On some women, they look more beautiful in hijab.
Yeah.
And some of the sisters, they wear the hijabs, with color. It's very attractive. You can spot them from a mile away, right? Because, yeah. And the jeans and the tights and the little hijab, right?
And
So,
the alien response.
yeah.
Sometimes girls just have beautiful faces, guys. They have nothing to do with hijab. Stop hating so much on women.
Says our
This
teacher.
whole lecture is slapping us here.
No.
I want to say my comment was this. My
The
comment was
very
this.
first lower gaze is for the men.
Sheikh, I want to say I want to expand on my comment. I'm not blaming the woman at all, but I'm saying the society that we live in today. That's just how bad it's gotten. Even if you cover up, you still get harassed.
Well, human beings, this is the thing about human beings. Some people they follow, some people don't. And in some cases, how matter the sister covers up and she's decent and stuff, somebody was sick. Even in the Surah Al-Ahzab, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that maybe you will come across someone who has sickness in their heart and these are the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? And they know that they are not allowed to marry the wives of the Prophet. But still, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving them precautions. Like, إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ لِيُذْهِبَ عَنْكُمُ الرِّجْسَ أَهْلَ الْبَيْتِ. Allah is keeping away the causes of evil from the family of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, all of this is to protect the Muslim sisters from doing something haram and the brothers also from coming close to this. But as I said at the beginning, this is the natural inclination that we as human beings, we're attracted to women, and women are attracted to men. This is the human nature. Otherwise, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't put this thing inside us, this instinct, then the human race will be extinct in only one generation. Like the men are there, the sisters are there, nobody's getting married, nobody cares. Come on.
That's today's situation, and we still
Abdullah ibn Hudhafa al-Sahmi, there was a fight between the Muslims and the Romans. And the Muslims were winning, although they were outnumbered by the Romans, so the king wanted to know why Muslims are winning. So he said, if you catch a woman, if you take a Muslim captive, bring him to me. So they brought him Abdullah ibn Hudhafa al-Sahmi, he was a Sahabi, and some of the Muslimun, and they brought him to him. So he said, okay, I'm going to offer you money, and you just join me or stay with me. He refused. He kept him in a room, and he sent him, they say in the hadith, the most beautiful woman, she went there and she took off the clothes and all these things in the story. So he closed his eyes and he started to cry and he said, Ma'ad Allah. The same thing that Yusuf alayhi salam said. Eventually the lady started to knock at the door and said, okay, he is not a man, he's a stone. Like, I'm walking in the street with my clothes on and the people run after me. Here I'm like this and he doesn't even look at me. What kind of man is this? So eventually he said, I'm gonna kill you. He said, well, Abdullah ibn Hudhafa Sahmi started to cry. So he said, why are you crying? He said, because you're going to kill me one time. I wanted to die like 1,000 times. Fi sabilillah. So eventually he said, okay, I'm gonna let you go on one condition. That you kiss my head. So he said, khalas, I will kiss your head, but you let me and all the Muslims go. He said, no, you only. He said, no, all of them. Either I go and all of them with me, or I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving my friends here. So he kissed his head and they left. When they went to Umar radiallahu anhu and he took all of them with him. So some of the Sahaba blamed him and said, how can you kiss the head of a kafir? So Umar radiallahu anhu said, he is a good mu'min, he did this to save the Muslims, no harm done, right? Maybe he didn't kiss his head, he just kissed in the air, he didn't touch it, whatever, it doesn't matter. فhe said, Umar radiallahu anhu, he said, حق على كل مسلم أن يقبل رأس عبد الله ibn Hudhafa. He said, it's an obligation on every Muslim here to kiss the head of Abdullah ibn Hudhafa. And all of them, they stood and they kissed his head for saving all the Sahaba. We'll continue next time, inshallah. Ayah 24. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يعلمنا ما ينفعنا وينفعنا بما علمنا. وصلى اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Any questions? Can we turn off the camera? Yeah. Nasser, camera, bye bye.
Okay, do you want Ahmed, can you take? Sheikh, I have one question.
Yes.
One question. About the law. Okay. What happens if someone